You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go and play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung.
Good evening and welcome Mr. Del Moro, Mrs. Creedon, board members, Mr. Adonia, Mrs. Schreiner, teachers, parents, and of course the 2019-2020 Monhegan Middle School National Junior Honor Society inductees. My name is Sophia Rodriguez, and I was the president of National Junior Honor Society this past school year. As the current president, I am proud to pass the honor on to you, the newest members. I welcome you to the ceremony and am proud of your accomplishments. As we begin tonight's ceremony, I would like to introduce Mrs. Schreiner, Dean of Students, to assist us in stating the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming tonight. If everyone could please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming tonight. It's a very exciting evening, one of the greatest evenings of the night. We love this time of year, not only because the weather is getting nicer. I love daylight savings. That's like my favorite day of the year. But also it signifies spring and summer is near. And in a school, as you know, spring and summer bring all of the celebrations that we have at the end of a school year. The celebrations are positive evenings, and this is one of those positive evenings tonight. Before we get started, just a couple quick thank yous. I'm so pleased at all the support we have this evening. Greatly appreciative for our kids. So thank you to Mr. Del Moro, our superintendent, for coming this evening. Assistant Superintendent, Miss Amy Creedon. Board of Education members, Mr. Vince Crescenzo. President of the Board of Education, John Perino. Vice President, Pastor Williams. And Ms. Rose Tobiasen. Also, we have Mr. Norval Connell with us from the high school this evening. Thank you for your support as well. Also to Ms. Ibarra for putting this evening together. Thank you. She does a wonderful job every year. Just quickly, I'd like to also thank Amber, LaDonna, and Mr. Brownstone, Amber and Amber's crew, I should say, LaDonna and Mr. Brownstone for all their work behind the scenes as well. Thank you very much for being here this evening. I also, before we get started, want to remind you that next Tuesday is our budget vote. It's a very important evening for our students moving forward. To the parents, I always, on this evening, thank the parents, not only for being here, but for all of their hard work. We have 18 students here tonight. The 18 of you, I'm going to get to you guys in a second and talk about how impressive it is that you're even sitting here right now. But your parents have stayed on you. Your parents have supported you, and your parents have been there for you and your families and have guided you along with your mentors to help you be in a position where you're successful. And you guys have taken it from there. You've had the opportunity to be successful, and then you've taken that opportunity and you've run with it. We have 268 students in the 7th grade this year. 268 students. Of those 268, 40 students were nominated. That's only 15% of your class. 40 students. Of those 40 students, 18 of you sit here this evening. The 18 of you make up less than 7% of your class. Less than 7%. That means you have worked so hard, and tonight will be recognized for all of the hard work that you have put forth, not only in the academic arena, but you've shown to be leaders in and out of school. You've provided service either to your school or community. You've shown great citizenship to your school and great character. And all of us here, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's the people that work here in the school district, we couldn't be more proud of you this evening. What a phenomenal job you have done. And the expectation is you're going to carry that with you next year as 8th graders and be the leaders of the building here. That's really what we're looking for, is the 18 of you to set the example and show that great leadership that we know you're capable of. It's an important job. It's a great responsibility. But the reason why you're chosen is because we truly believe that you can do that. And then after that, when you're done with 8th grade, you're going to move on to the high school where you're going to have even greater opportunities to shine. And I know each and every one of you will do just that. So I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. You know, we greatly appreciate you being here. And like I said, one of the most exciting evenings of the year. This is for our 7th graders. We have another evening coming up for our 8th graders. But we love when we can recognize our students for their hard work and have a positive gathering like the one we have tonight. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. And we look forward to the rest of the evening. Congratulations to everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Radonia. We would now like to introduce you to our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Del Moro.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure, what I feel, to say to come back home, as I spent many a shoe leather in the hallways here when I was principal. So it's always a pleasure to come back and revisit and be with you this evening. I'm so honored to be speaking here tonight to such an impressive group of inductees, scholars, if you will. I know that this is an exciting night for you, as you are going to be inducted into a very, very special society. But to those who may not be here, who are currently leaving as the current National Honor Society membership, we have here for tonight a special night for you this evening, because it represents not only the end of their journey, but the beginning of yours. To be inducted into this society represents an extraordinary honor. It says that you have excelled not only in the area of academics and scholarly pursuits, but as people, individuals as well. It says that you have strived not only to develop your personality, but to help others grow in your commitment to this community and to understand the importance of serving others. These attributes will serve you well as you develop as future leaders in the school, in this community, and possibly, and no doubtedly, for our country. In this way, you have accomplished a great goal, and this does not end tonight. You have made it. You were accepted into this prestigious society. However, please understand, your new journey with new experiences begins tomorrow morning. You have a great responsibility as a member of this society. Tonight, you will take an oath to maintain your scholarship as well as develop your leadership and citizenship. You'll be required to serve your community to help others. This journey needs to last a lifetime. So this solemn oath needs you to guide beyond Monhegan Middle School and into your future at Middletown High School or wherever the future leads you to. In your next phase of your journey, you will have the opportunities to further your scholarship and personal growth. Take advantage of every single one of these opportunities. This journey will provide you endless boundaries to continue to build your character, which you have so aptly displayed by being here this evening. Stay true to these qualities and your oath. It will guide you into a fantastic, rewarding future. I would like to also acknowledge all of the mentors here this evening. What an important role you play. You have given these scholars a wonderful gift. You have modeled character, leadership, and respect, and played a large role in these young people as they are inducted this evening. Congratulations to all of our scholars for recognizing the value in the qualities, relationships with other adults to be an important part of your life. This ability to learn and grow from adults around you will serve you well as you navigate through and thrive in a challenging world. Finally, to the parents and guardians. At times, parenting may seem to be an arduous task, and we second-guess ourselves many times on the difficult decisions you have to make. But remember, parents, please enjoy this night as well, knowing you have done an outstanding job and have played a significant role in the development of your child. Congratulations to all of the parents and guardians. Let's give it up for them as well. In closing, I want to thank again all the opportunity to address all of you tonight and this distinguished audience. Congratulations to the inductees and to our best wishes for an exciting future. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tiana Robinson, and I was recently elected as the historian of 2019-2020 National Junior Honor Society. I'd like to give you some background about the organization before we begin our induction here tonight. The National Junior Honor Society was established in 1929, 8 years after the National Honor Society was founded. It was created to recognize outstanding students in our nation's school. Being selected for this is more than making the honor roll. It honors students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. Today, more than 1 million students participate in the National Honor Society and National Junior Honor Society. Besides recognizing students for their accomplishments, the organization also challenges them to continue to develop further by getting involved in school activities and community service. It is an honor to be selected into this society.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Ibarra, and I am the advisor of Monhegan Middle School's chapter of National Junior Honor Society. I would now like to introduce our next speaker, Jesus Rodriguez. Jesus is currently a student at Middletown High School and is the president of the high school's chapter of National Honor Society. Jesus is actively involved in countless clubs and activities at the Middletown High School. He is the vice president of the Key Club, treasurer of the Science Club, a member of the math team, the mock trial team, varsity soccer, and the varsity track team. He was also a first violinist in the high school's chamber orchestra. Jesus has overwhelmingly taken advantage of the college credit courses offered at the high school, and he will be graduating with 12 credits through the Rochester Institute of Technology and an impressive 56 credits through Syracuse University. He plans to continue his education this fall at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he will be majoring in mechanical engineering and minoring in economics. Let's give a warm welcome to Jesus Rodriguez.
Good evening. I would like to start off by congratulating all of the inductees being inducted into the National Junior Honor Society tonight, as well as the current members who I'm sure are excited to be starting their next chapter of their academic careers at Middletown High School. I would also like to congratulate all the parents who must be all very proud of their children and their accomplishments thus far. Now, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Jesus Rodriguez. I'm a senior at Middletown High School, and I am the current president of the National Honor Society. I was a member of the National Junior Honor Society when I was in middle school. However, that was at Twin Towers. I have been a student in the Middletown City School District for the entirety of my academic career, and tonight I am here to share a bit of what I have learned from my experience as a student, specifically at the high school. Whether you're going into 8th grade or your first year of high school, I encourage you all to engage in the community as much as possible. Whether it means swapping out an extra study hall for a class that you might not know that you'd be interested in, or joining clubs or teams and looking for leadership positions. I believe that doing this will help you guys find a hobby or a skill that may turn into a passion, as well as helping you guys meet new people who may turn into lifelong friends. In terms of academics, I'm sure you all have a pretty good idea of what to do considering you're all here tonight. I would advise you guys to maintain doing what you have been doing because in the end, I promise it will pay off. When setting goals for yourself, aim high and dismay any doubt about thought of failure. The way I see it, it's better to fail and learn from your mistakes than to not fail but go on living not knowing if you would have succeeded. I learned this to be especially true this year. The start of my senior year basically focused on the college application process. Being that I would become a first-generation college student, as well as being a son of Mexican immigrants, there were a lot of things I didn't know about the process. While doing research for college, when doing research on colleges I thought I'd apply to, I stumbled upon some of the best colleges in the country. I will say, it was daunting seeing the low acceptance rates, especially when considering the type of students who applied to those schools. I always did well in school, but I never considered myself much more than a good student. However, I took the chance anyway and decided to apply to 6 Ivy League universities, including Harvard and Yale, as well as the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Even though I just mentioned how incredibly difficult it is to get into these schools, I would be lying if I said that there wasn't a bit of hope that I'd get into one or even multiple of the schools. I wasn't scared to invest my hope in that outcome because I knew that it was possible. 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to learn of a student who had also gone through the Middletown City School District and had been recently accepted into Harvard. Looking back at it, I believe that moment almost served as motivation to aim high for me because I knew that I wasn't trying to reach a goal that was unattainable. Personally, I never saw a top university as an option for me because I would always hear negative things about the school district, whether it was low graduation rates or the high rates of economically disadvantaged students. I knew that students who got into the schools usually came from schools that had better reputations. However, today I am happy to say that I was accepted into 5 of those 6 Ivy League universities, with Princeton being the exception. I was also accepted into the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where I will continue my learning for the next 4 years. Reflecting back to Princeton, I knew it wasn't one of my top choices, but I'm glad I applied because I learned much of the process, and I feel that I could help students who will be attending Princeton in the future with any questions that they may have. I said earlier that I would be sharing what I had learned in my time in school. One of the most important things that I learned was that you can achieve any goal that you put up for yourself as long as you work hard enough and with dedication. Not only speaking in terms of academics, but also in other areas. I have had the opportunity to meet great musicians who have performed with all-state ensembles, as well as great athletes who have won state championships. Something that has stuck with me was when my college writing teacher said that not knowing you have an opportunity is essentially the same thing as not having it, because I realized it was true. And I share my story not to gloat, but because I know that you guys are capable of achieving what I have, as well as much more. If you guys take away anything from what I've said tonight, let it be my reassurance that the opportunities for you to achieve whatever you want are there for the taking. You just have to decide to take advantage of them. It won't be easy, but it's definitely possible. That being said, it was truly an honor to have been able to be heard by such a distinguished group of people. I look forward to hearing about the great things that will come from the people in this room. Once again, congratulations and enjoy the rest of your night.
Good evening to the parents, administrators, board members, staff, and of course, my fellow students here tonight. My name is Jaden Greenaway Bob. I have the honor of being the president of the National Junior Honor Society at Monhegan Middle School. In order for students to be selected for membership into this fine organization, they must meet certain criteria. Students must maintain excellence in the 5 pillars, which are scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. Tonight, I will be explaining the scholarship pillar. The inductees here tonight have maintained a minimum grade point average of an A- or higher. The grade point average reflects the total academic performance each student received during their time in studies at Monhegan. While scholarship is the pillar that will grant you consideration to be accepted, final selections are made considering so much more. Remember, you must be well-rounded in many areas.
Hello, my name is Logan Eisenberg, newly elected Vice President of the National Junior Honor Society at Monhegan. As Jaden stated, scholarship is very important when being considered as a candidate. However, leadership is another pillar of equal importance. The leadership pillar is considered highly important in order to become a member. This year, inductees were chosen for their leadership in both the school and the community. A student who exercises leadership exemplifies a positive attitude, inspires positive behavior in others, and is a leader in the classroom, school, and community. They are dependable and uphold school principles. These leaders also get involved in promoting school and community activities. They contribute ideas to improve their school. In addition, some leaders here tonight were chosen because of the number of offices they have held in our school and community.
Good evening and welcome to all. My name is Hunter Facey, and I'm the National Junior Honor Society Secretary at Monhegan. Scholarship and leadership are 2 very important qualities, but many of our inductees were also chosen because of their commitment to service, a very important pillar in the organization. Many of the students here tonight have undertaken work on behalf of others, wanting anything out of it except maybe a smile. These students have volunteered in at least 3 or more organizations and provided dependable help. They work well with others and will take on any responsibility you give them. The students before you tonight have given their time to countless organizations, which include helping children, the elderly, the sick, and even animal rescue. They may have also been members of the YMCA, Middletown Recreation, and the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts of America. The leaders before you tonight mentor others in our school and community and are also courteous in assisting visitors, teachers, and students.
Hello, my name is Savannah Reed, and I am the elected treasurer at Monhegan Middle School's National Junior Honor Society. Another important pillar of the society is citizenship. Being a citizen of the United States and acting like a citizen are separate things. The students before you tonight truly understand the importance of civic involvement. They have a high regard for freedom, justice, and respect of our American government. They also demonstrate mature participation, responsibility through school and community activities. They are role models for all citizens that they come in contact with. They respect what it means to be a true American.
Good evening. My name is Cameron Wiley, and I am going to discuss a very important pillar, character. Someone's character can be difficult to judge. The National Junior Honor Society defines character as having 6 qualities: respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, and the desire to care for others, and citizenship. The inductees here tonight have a high level of accountability. They are cheerful, friendly, and poised. They cooperate and comply with school rules. They are honest, reliable, and have a respect for other students, staff members, and even strangers. They follow rules and are role models. All inductees here tonight are consistent. And finally, they maintain the power to concentrate, apply self-discipline, and sustain attention. Scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. These are the pillars of the National Junior Honor Society that we celebrate in our inductees here tonight. Thank you for your attention.
Good evening. As the advisor of the National Junior Honor Society, I want to start by congratulating and thank you all for coming here tonight as we honor our new inductees. The selection process for membership is very competitive. Students were invited to apply for membership solely based on their academics. As you heard tonight, these inductees demonstrated that they both meet and exceed each of the pillars that National Junior Honor Society stands for. Another thing that the committee had looked for was consistency. Momentarily, our inductees will take an oath promising to continue to be honest, mature, dedicated to their work, school, and community, and continuing to demonstrate their strong character and leadership skills. As our inductees walked in tonight, they were escorted by their mentor. I asked them to choose any adult that they looked up to, whether it be a parent, a guardian, a sibling, a family member, a friend, a teacher, or a coach. A mentor is someone who has a positive impact on their lives. I want to thank all of our mentors for having a positive impact on the students' lives. Let's give them one last round of applause. I would now like to invite up all of our elected officers for the candle lighting ceremony.
Good evening, Monhegan community. My name is Amir Ramkasoon, and I am a proud inductee of this fine organization. It is a tradition at every National Junior Honor Society to participate in a candle lighting event that symbolizes the 5 pillars of the society. In this society, the first candle lit is considered the torch. The torch is a symbol of the eternal light of knowledge. Our advisor will now light the torch.
Hello, my name is Gabriela Chilito, and I will be leading the officers in the lighting of the rest of the candles that represent the pillars of the National Junior Honor Society. Our president will light the symbol of scholarship. Our vice president will light the symbol of leadership. Our secretary will light the symbol of service. Our treasurer will light the symbol of citizenship. And now, our historian will light the symbol of character. All inductees may now return to their seats.
At this time, I would like to ask all the inductees to stand as you take your oath to become a member of the National Junior Honor Society. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. On this day, I pledge myself to uphold. The high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society. To which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I pledge to maintain high scholastic standing. I promise to be a leader and a model citizen. I will give freely of myself to the service of others. I pledge to maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, citizenship, and character. In doing so, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Junior Honor Society. This is my solemn oath. At this time, let's give a round of applause and congratulate our newly inducted members. We will now call you up to receive our certificates of recognition. Mariam Ba. Gabriella Cholito. Deanna Connell. Logan Eisenberg. Hunter Facey. Jaden Greenaway Bob. Alexa Mancada. Brianna Ordonez Mejia. Demelia Parkinson. Amia Ramkisoon. Savannah Reed. Nyla Robertson. Tiana Robinson. Abigail Russell. Max Sarbello. Prab Sharan Singh. Eddie Taltalpa. Cameron Wiley. Let's give them one last round of applause. I will now like to introduce Mr. Adonia to give our closing remark.
You guys can sit, relax. Well, congratulations. Great job. One last round of applause for them. Nice job, kids. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out this evening to support our kids. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to the superintendent, assistant superintendent, board members, high school representatives, and everybody else. We greatly appreciate you being with here this evening. We'd love to invite you to come across the hall to our cafeteria to enjoy some refreshments and cake. And yeah, please join us. Feel free to come up, take pictures, whatever you'd like. Make yourself at home, and we'll see you in the cafeteria for some cake. Thank you.
You make me feel so young. Ooh, you make me feel so young.